TestNG Annotations. An annotation tag provides information about the method, class, and suite. It helps to define the execution approach of your test cases and the different features associated with it. Below are the major annotations used. At test, this is the root of TestNG test cases. To use TestNG, all methods should be annotated with this annotation. Below is an example. At test, public void setup TestNG. System.out println. This is a test annotation method. Must read. TestNG annotations in Selenium WebDriver with examples. A few attributes associated with the TestNG annotation are: description. You can describe your test case under the description, stating what it does. At test, description equals, this test validates login functionality. Priority. You can prioritize the order of your test methods in TestNG by defining a priority. Based on the defined priority, the test shall execute in that order. At test, priority equals 1. Depends on method. This attribute works miracles if one test case is dependent on another. For example, to view your profile details, you need to log in to the application. So, your profile test case is dependent on the login test case. At test, depends on method equals login. Enabled. Using this attribute, you can choose to execute or skip the execution of this test case.
Setting it to true, execute it, and putting it to false will skip the test from the execution cycle.
At test, enabled equals true. Groups. Using this attribute, you can club your test cases into a single group and specify the group you wish to execute in your TestNG XML file.
The test cases clubbed to that group will only be executed, and the rest will be skipped.
At test, groups equals smoke suite. While the above ones should help you get started, other major annotations are: at before method and at after method. These annotations run before and after each test method. At before class and at after class. These annotations run once before and after the first at test method in a class. At before test and at after test, the before test annotation runs before the at before class annotation, and the after test annotation runs after the at after class annotation. At before suite and at after suite, these annotations run before and after any test annotated method in a class respectively. These annotations start the beginning of a test and the end of it for all the classes in a suite. Talking about the execution order of these annotations, they execute in the below order: at before suite dash, at before test dash, at before class dash, at before method dash, at test dash, at after method dash, at after class dash, at after C test dash, at after suite. Note: the key point to remember is apart from at before method and at after method, all other annotations run only once, whereas the at before method and at after method run post every at test method.